You know a game I freaking love? Pool of Radiance. Yeah! That's a proper CRPG for the old bucket list. So can you blame me for being as possessed as the Flamed One himself when Stormfront Studios' Pool of Radiance, Ruins of Myth Drannor hit the shelf back in 2001? Well, that game ended up in a different bucket. Look, when I interviewed Susan Manley in 2014, she told me a fun little story about the titular Pool of Radiance. Apparently the artist there at SSI came up with one that looked exactly like a toilet. Well, the artist was probably just having a vision. 13 years into the future, the Ruins of Myth Drannor. By the bitch queen's teeth, what the hell happened here? How bad is it? Well, okay, put it this way. You think Monster Hunter Wilds has some bugs? This game would delete essential files off your computer when you tried to uninstall this shite. You couldn't boot your PC. And that was after an extra year of development time. Okay. Putting aside the fact it could destroy your PC, I mean, it was about the rest of the game. It's so awesome, you wouldn't want to uninstall it, right? Okay. The goal was to revive the Gold Box series by incorporating the D&D 3rd edition rules. One of the first games to do that. However, this wasn't part of the game plan. No, they switched from 2nd edition to 3rd edition halfway through production. Who thought that was a good idea? Now, did they make any smart decisions? Well, yes. Unlike Baldur's Gate, with the real time with pause garbage thing I never liked, this game has turn-based combat with 3 characters over pre-rendered 2D backgrounds. Sounds good. They keep the story basic. It's focused on combat and exploration, which is fine. It's not a deal breaker in my opinion, but only if combat is fun and you have a world to explore. This game world is about as fun to explore as the backlot of a dungeon depot. I mean, there's a lot of cool parts lying around, but you kind of hoped when you bought it it'd already be assembled. Okay, so what do you do when you got no content, but you got to give players hundreds of hours of gameplay? How about grinding? Oh yes, why not slow the battles down to the point where the Commodore 64 game looks like Tales of Vesperia? The zombies and skeletons are so slow, I'm pretty sure they'll decompose before you get to attack them.